In this topic, you will learn the typical split of responsibilities among the sales process and the different possible sales flows. We can find in a sales organization 4 different roles. The sales executive is in charge of the entire sales strategy. He will set the pricing policy, define sales forecasts, and set individual sales targets. He will oversee the activities and performance of the sales team. The sales engineers are responsible for maximizing the revenue. They feed the system by entering the different sales transactions such as quotes, sales orders, and canvassing activities. They contribute to the data as well by administering the price list and the customer database. The material handler is in charge of the stock, from shipment preparation to packing. The AR accountant is in charge of the customer invoicing and reconciliation with the payments. He will initiate alerts when the customer presents a risk of non-payment. You can see here an extract of the main functions associated with the different sales roles to match the split of responsibilities. The sales executive is the manager of the sales engineers, so he can have access to all functions accessible to the material handlers. There are preset users in your system matching these definitions. Sales executive is USR 03. Sales engineer is USR 08. Material handler is USR 11, and AR accountant is USR 13. There are various sales flows available in your system. Normal order flow. This is the most complete flow. It concerns all the elements managed from the quote right through the customer invoicing. It can be initiated from the quote, from the order, or even from the shipment. If necessary, this flow could be linked to a customer return and a credit memo. Order flow with direct invoicing. This flow does not require a shipment. We can go straight from the order to customer invoicing, and it's the latter which will perform the stock issue if the products sold are managed in stock. Open order flow. An open order freezes specific sales conditions for a customer in regard of global quantity to sell over a period. When the customer requests a stock, the shipment request defines the quantity due and the shipment date. The remaining steps of the flow are now similar to the normal order flow. Loan order flow. This flow concerns the goods made to loan to a customer. The various documents are therefore loan documents. The loan shipment, when expired, can be invoiced. Direct invoicing. It is possible to create an invoice directly. With this function, you can create branch invoices with stock movement or even complimentary service invoices, which are not subject to an order or a delivery. This is the model used when recording a sale in a store. Back-to-back allows the automatic generation from the sales order to the related procurement order, a purchase order for bought products, and a work order for manufactured products. To manage the back-to-back process, you have 3 different options. Using the direct purchase order, this option allows your supplier to deliver directly to your customer without having to manage the stock. That's why there is no receipt in this flow, and the delivery is used only to trigger the invoicing process. Using the purchase order with a receipt, this option simply enables the replenishment of your internal stock with the exact quantity sold. The rest of the flow is performed as usual. Using the work order. This option is used for manufactured products and triggers the manufacturing process with the exact quantity sold. The rest of the flow is performed as usual. Inter-sites is the exchange of stock between 2 sites belonging to the same company. Hence, there is no payment. Intercompanies is a sale between 2 different companies belonging to the same group and using the same system. There will be an internal invoicing process. This flow is the combination of a purchase flow and a sales flow. Because some documents mirror the same events, such as the purchase order and the sales order, some automation is available. The automatic creation of the sales order from the purchase order, the automatic creation of the supplier invoice from the customer invoice, and the same automatic creation from the credit memo. The business processes I'm about to present to you are organized per role. material handler, sales engineer, and finally the AR accountant. These processes ease the navigation in your system toward the right function or report, thanks to the Jump To feature in each process. Let's go to the landing pages. Let's look at the material handler. Let's look at shipments under the outgoing stock. The shipment process is one of the most used processes among our customer base. As you can see, there are multiple steps. Some are optional, such as prepare, pack, or parcel content. Usually the flow starts with the list of the shipments to do for the current day or for the day after. Larger organizations may need the shipment preparation step to better organize the collection of all the stock to ship. Finally, the shipment is created. Afterwards, various inquiries are possible. Next, we will look at the sales administrator. Let's look at the process orders under the orders. The sales engineer is responsible to register the sales in the system. Using the existing price list, the sales engineer is able to create the sales orders in the system. Whenever an approval process exists, the sale should be signed before the next step. He can update the sales order and print the order acknowledgement for the customer. When the stock is available, allocations can be performed to secure the stock for the customer. Various inquiries and reports allow him to check the stock available, and if there is none, to know when the stock will be available. And finally, let's look at the AR account manager. And let's look at the process cash receipts under the cash receipts. The main process of the AR accounting manager is the recording of the customer payment and reconciliation with the invoices. In this flow, the payment is done using a check. First of all, the AR accounting manager creates the payment and links it to an invoice. Then he creates a deposit slip grouping multiple payments. From here, a first intermediate posting can be done. Finally, the bank posting is done. Several inquiries and reports are available to provide him with the necessary information to complete his tasks. In this topic, you have learned how the responsibilities are split among the sales team and the different possible sales flows.